Hello, everybody. We are back with Winterfall. It is great to be here. It's been 2 weeks, so I have an extra big recap prepared, sort of go over everything. Without further ado, let's hop in. Last time on Winterfall, our group reconvened, enjoying some leftovers for breakfast after clearing out and solving some mysteries of the Golden Spire. A city that cloaked itself thanks to a mysterious purple orb that the party took for themselves after opening the long-shut gates to the people living outside, now trying to claim it as their own. These people started reclaiming the city, although its almost theme park nature and odd empty buildings posed challenges. In the meantime, the party completed some tasks, including making the road to the Golden Spire clear and killing off some bears that would have posed danger to incoming visitors. During this time on the road, the party gave themselves the name the Golden Tides. Morgan made fast friends with a peculiar older woman named Darlene, who claimed to be of the mystic arts, and gave some advice and peculiar tarot card deck to Morgan. Droden feels the connection to Paylor heading eastward, and Emil and Celine made some tools and helped to build things around town. The Golden Tides then began to stake claims onto two buildings in the city, one marked as Morgan's study and the other as the Golden Tides Guildhall, which has yet to be renovated. The current date is Moon 3rd, Far Day, 1936. That's 3/3/1936. And you meet up at your guild hall to discuss further plans and assess your stock. And that is where we resume. So you all are standing after buying some supplies, some magic oddities, and what would you like to do next?
It's gonna be a fucking slow ass day for me. I feel it coming. I turned you down so I could listen to something, and I look back over. I'm like, why the fuck is Kier so quiet? I had you like 10% lower than normal, and it took me 10 seconds to remember that, or to fucking forget that.
Did you miss everything I
Okay,
just said?
that's a heads up to every. No, I gotta know. I was still listening to it. I just had it a little bit quieter.
Okay.
So this is a heads up to everyone in the party. Don't expect me to do anything. Apparently, my brain's not working today. I had the whole menu open and everything. I didn't see it.
Just making sure. I feel the path going east.
No, it's west. We clarified that last time. I took such good notes that I wrote down east. It's definitely
notes.
going west. Yeah.
Should we trust anything on these notes then?
Yes, you should trust all of what I just said.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's you to decide. I mean, if you want to be schizophrenic,
I'm
in
gonna
game.
say the party's notes say we have 1 million gold. Congrats, guys.
Nice job.
Speaking of things we do actually have, Morgan's gonna set out the 12 cookies that they got from Darlene.
Darlene.
Yes.
Hey guys, there's some cookies if you all are interested.
Oh? What kind?
They're chocolate chip.
Guys, right,
Crap.
picks up a cookie and sniffs it.
Can rabbits eat chocolate?
I'll grab one. Why not?
How does it smell?
Well, these cookies, as described last time, pretty salty, pretty bready. Not a lot of sugar to go around in these times, but it does have chocolate chips, which pretty good.
I don't know why I'm suspicious of poison. I have proficiency of Constitution. I'll take a bite.
Yeah, it's a sort of salty, sweet kind of taste, and a little crunchy, but soft in the center.
I'll take a bite, and I'm
That's where it
gonna
literally
just try
keels
to.
over and dies.
I'm gonna try to eat around the chocolate.
You say you're gonna what after the chocolate?
Eat around the chocolate.
Oh, okay. I mean, I, easy enough to do. Don't eat the chocolate. Anything else that you guys are doing as you're sort of enjoying these cookies?
So, what? Okay, that second one was real. What are we doing? Shit.
Well, we were heading to Solent, no?
That's the west one, right?
Yes, yes.
Great.
Unless we have some more preparation to do, or more things to do in this city, then suggest we get going.
I think I took care of everything I needed to already.
Are we good on rations, Kazai?
Looking at my numbers here. 1 second. 1 second. I'm looking at my numbers here. I have 9 days of each. I can't. I've drank too much water to go into the gritty words. We have 9
Well,
days of each.
9 days should be enough to at least get to
And then we have
adults.
130 pounds of bear meat.
It's a lot.
It's not cured though.
Droden, it occurs to you that your party might not be familiar with Solon's landscape. Trying to take a couple sled dogs into Solon, which is known for its intense blizzards and people height snow, is probably not going to be very smart.
Wait, no for snowstorms, and what was that last part?
People height snow.
Oh, okay.
People eating snow. Are we long rested? Have we rested since our last encounter?
I believe you have, although you've used some abilities like, well, I would say you in particular haven't. I know a couple of people use some spell slots and some channel divinities early in the morning. Right now, it's about 3
I don't
p.m.
got none of those.
Yeah.
I'm a simple fella.
So what I know, just like we would, the dogs would like sink if we tried to do that.
I mean, more than likely, they would probably, like, not only would your speed be incredibly slow, just from the weather conditions, but you're afraid the dogs might end up perishing, even with supplies, due to the intensity they would have to be pulling at.
If we are heading west at some point, we may want to find a place we can keep the dogs and our stuff. I might think of something later, but we might have to be on foot for the last part of our destination.
Any particular reason? Is it just
It's multiple reasons because of the weather. I don't think the dogs would make it.
Well, if Morgan, how good is the library here? I don't think I've been there yet.
DM, how good was the library?
From the very general search that you did last time, including the auxiliary books that you found in your study, it seems pretty solid. Although a lot of the information is older, it is not kept up to date with time, seemingly since this is closed. The books that it does have, pretty accurate, pretty informative.
The library was pretty good, I'd say.
Well, I think until we leave at least, I'll spend some time there and see if there's any information on that weather or what we can do to avoid it. If you want to find me, you'll find me there. And I'll leave to go to the library.
Okay. So you make your way to the Grand Library,
Yes.
and just for a transition, I'm going to bring us to the Golden Spire now. So you're heading north towards Cloud Crown, and you make your way in. I presume that you would have access to the study that Morgan made with the help of Celine and Emil with the lock.
I'd hope so.
I mean, I'd go with to unlock.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
probably also to help look too.
That would certainly make it easier. If you're looking for more information specifically about Solent, yes?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage. Okay.
I've rolled down a lot. Okay, that was good.
Yeah, so with a 21, the two of you begin peering through books, some marked as, the history of Concordia, others being vacation guides or some pamphlets. Here's what you gather. With the current supplies that you own, traveling into Solent is not only dangerous, but maybe even a bit troublesome from the start. Drodin made his way up from Solent. However, his town was only, a radius of 30 miles from the border? And that trek took him over a month. It was dangerous, and he had to be very cautious about the way that he traversed. Among the dangerous and continuous blizzards that ravaged Solent, there is an increase in mythical beasts that have been rumored to roam the lands looking for strays. And the only populated city in the entirety of Solent is near the lake at its center, as sort of a bastion against the cold weather fronts.
Okay.
Other than that, you can assume that Solent was pretty prosperous as a farming and agriculture kingdom. And after Winterfall, a lot of that started to fade away as crops refused to grow.
So we need a lot more food and possibly some things against the weather. Then
You
And
could
in terms
surmise
of monsters, we should probably be fine. But
you'll probably need a better form of transport.
Yeah.
you might need some more experience with fighting creatures that are described in this book of that size.
Okay.
And you might need some help in finding out where you're going. The books here are over 100 years old, so you're not sure whether or not the maps that are in here are accurate or not.
I'll still. I have some. I remember I have blank books. I'd still like to copy those maps down.
Sure, yeah, that's easy enough to do. Most of them have 5 main cities, with the capital city being in the center. A lot of them are marked as huge agriculture sites, with an impressive system of water canals that connect between the cities for faster transport.
Okay. So it's safe to assume that all of that is useless now.
You could surmise that most of it would be useless, although the water canals are interesting. If the water was still moving, that would still be a viable form of getting through the country.
Okay. All right. Is there a bestiary of some sort as well?
A bestiary. Yeah. It wouldn't be that hard to continue to look through. Are there any particular creatures of note that you're looking for, or do you want a general description?
The ones that I found in the previous book about Solon.
Yeah, let me pull up my notes. Yeah, so looking through on sort of the known creatures that tend to roam, and like I said, a lot of this information is old, but most of this could still be accurate given the circumstances, because Winterfall happened around 200 years ago. You surmise these books haven't been updated in about 100 years, so there's a gap there. But you read things like owl bears, the remoras, which you saw a statue of, sturges, whites, yetis, along with some of the more typical stuff like winter wolves, polar bears, boars, etc. And in fact, you find something a little unnerving, something called a bitanthrope that you have not come across yet. It's a menacing creature standing over 12 feet tall, almost like an ogre mixed with a minotaur. It has a plethora of arms and seems to eat creatures whole without much consideration for what they're eating at all.
Finally, a worthy opponent.
Okay. All right. I think that's it.
Yeah, so you and Morgan reconvene, compare some notes, and what do you do next?
I'll wait to see what the others want to do.
Okay, others, what do you want to do?
DM do what I'm doing. I'm saving that for later, though. Well, later in session.
Well, Rhoda's just under the impression that we're leaving as soon as we're ready, so he's just waited for them to get back from their trip.
Yeah. So I was saying you all reconvene after
Right.
Morgan and Emil compare notes. So you all are standing in the guild hall of your own creation. Still empty, mostly echoey. And Kazrite, as for the thing that you DM me, certainly possible, might be a tough sell.
Might be a tough sell. It tastes fucking amazing. Let me roll my wisdom. Here comes the one. Here comes the one. Here comes the one. I'm gonna be selling shit. Oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it. They taste awful. They're the worst fucking kebab you've ever had.
Well, instead of being so overt about it, would you care to explain to your party mates what your plans are?
Oh, I've already explained it to in DM, so that's why I'm not. That's why I'm being overt about it. I'm selling kebabs at the guild hall, but apparently Kazrite can't cook because I fucking knew it. I knew it'd be a one. The second I had a no change in my stats.
Yeah, so you're selling burnt kebabs in front of the guild hall to passers by.
It's food in this wasteland.
Some people take it, some people don't enjoy it.
I'll help him.
Yeah,
What
so
do you smell the burnt kebab from across town?
Ugh.
We're all back at the guild hall now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you already made it back.
I'll help. I have proficiency in cook's utensils. I'll help.
okay, yeah. Go ahead and make a wisdom check with proficiency and advantage.
Wisdom. You're gonna have to add a +2 to that.
Okay.
Okay. 19.
Yes,
I have
it's a 19.
I know. I just. Oh.
Okay. So after you smell the burning kebabs trying to entice new people to join your guild hall, you attempt to help by taking Kazrite's hands off the grill that you have somehow gotten, and you begin to use your actual cooking supplies to boil and cook the meats and then string them up on sticks. It certainly is more tasty, although what's your pitch for people to join your guild hall?
Okay. Well, I need to talk to Emil now that Emil's here. Because Kazrite was hoping before that this like giving away food for cheap would do it, but he's not very charismatic, and he's gonna point that out to Emil and say that he hasn't noticed very many people signing up. I don't think anyone's gonna join the guild, Emil.
Well, yes. If you continue selling charcoal to passerbys, obviously they wouldn't be interested.
Even with yours, they still haven't signed up, have they?
Well, why would you want people to sign up for anyway? We're leaving soon.
We need someone to run it while we're gone, do we not?
You could always ask the mayor.
We trust him. I think we'd be better off keeping someone that's not involved with the city.
I'm gonna elbow about a hexa.
Yeah. What's up?
I think he's selling charcoal. You need that, right?
He's selling. Oh. Yeah. I'll. Hey, Kazura, you have charcoal?
That's alright, sad. The fuel is not. We don't have the most fuel options here. You can't. He'll give the kebab. I don't know if it counts. Spellcast the kebab. See how it turns out.
Yeah, you are given some burnt meat on a stick.
Well, that's not charcoal. I kind of he's kind of pass it over to Valoose, see if he'll eat it.
Blues gives it a few sniffs and then turns his snout.
Thanks, Kazare. And then I'm just gonna walk away with it and dispose it in the nearest trash receptacle.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Literally,
yeah.
wait 1 second. My reaction to this information, if it'll upload. Alex, can you draw Kazarite as the chopper crying meme?
I could.
You could.
So,
My reaction to
Kazraite's
this information?
pain aside, are there anything? Is there anything that you can offer passersby besides a kebab that might interest them in getting into your guild, or do you think that you need
Shelter!
to wait?
We have shelter. We're a union. We're unionized. Yep. Together we bargain.
I mean, just
Are
a
you not even bargain?
reminder, your guild hall right now is an empty metal room with some bedrolls.
Oh.
Perhaps we should negotiate better rates with the collections office. Maybe we can get people coming to us through that.
Well, that would mean spending more time here. But I guess we're not in any hurry, so.
I mean, the sooner the better. But if this is something that we like, you feel we need to do, then if it's not too much time, I don't see why not.
It's up to you.
I don't enjoy the prospect of leaving our guild hall empty with strangers. Strangers. Oh, fucking Christ, my voice.
I'm failing to see the use of a guild hall in the first
Place to come back to. Do you not see the use in that?
So like a house.
Correct.
And in what way is it? Wouldn't it be beneficial for people to be able to use the place that we have while we're not here?
Kazarite will acknowledge that and wander off to begin building furniture. We'll see how good he's at that. Can't cook. Maybe he can make furniture. He's an orc. Huh?
Carpentry time.
Carpentry time.
Okay,
I
so
know.
two things. First thing, do you have
I
the
can go chop the wood
tools-
if I need to.
Do you have the tools for this, or are you just smashing
can-
wood together?
Well,
I think-
he's beginning with gathering the wood. He's off to the woods right now.
Okay.
I think carpentry tools are an
but
actual
he-
thing in D&D, right?
They
I'm-
are.
I can make them.
He is an orc. So he is not telling anyone before he is going off to get wood because I'm sure he can bring it back well enough alone with the dogs.
Well, I will not make them because I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, yeah, your party mate
Well,
just
I'll
wanders
see
off.
how much smarter Emil is than Kazarite because Emil said that and then Kazarite had like the light bulb appear above his head and he wandered off.
Okay. There is no context as to what you're going to go.
Okay,
do.
I was just seeing if that was enough context for Emil. I don't know how insightful Emil is.
Not very.
Okay.
Wisdom low, intelligence high.
Yeah,
then, yeah,
social
no.
cues not as strong
Nope.
suit.
Off to
Uh,
make furniture.
Okay, yeah. So I guess let me segment.
I'll be
this.
making it in the build hall, so he'll be bringing the wood back to the build hall as well.
Let me do
the
this.
guild hall.
How much time are you going to spend collecting wood?
I'd probably say 2 or 3 medium-sized trees. Like not giant trees, but enough to make like a bed or two
As a
or
reminder,
the bed frame.
one of the closest spots to get trees is where you fought those polar bears, and that's about a half day's travel.
Oh shit! I thought there would be wood outside the trees.
Yeah, no, the outside of the Golden Spire
That-
is a waste. That's why it was so surprising to see a city here.
Interesting. Everything inside's metal. I can't fucking work metal. Azurite steps out the gates, kind of puts his hand over his eyes, like he's shielding his eyes. Looks around, sees no trees, and turns around and goes back inside.
Oh, okay. About
Emil,
10 minutes later, he
We
comes
need to make a
back.
journey. Emil, have you found any sources of wood while in the city?
No.
How are we going to make anything for the guild hall? We need to go get wood from the polar bears, or where the polar bears were.
Would it be worth it?
Would the bed be worth it to you, Emil?
Again, I don't really see the point in.
I feel like we would just be better off hiring like a manager and like a team of people to work on the guild hall while we all, skedaddle
We don't
and
have
figure
the
out.
coin.
Well, they don't know that.
So we hire them and hope that we have the money back by the time we return. They're probably going to want something up front.
We've got some gold, no?
We have enough to be giving out and traveling.
Well, we do have to set aside quite a considerable amount of money for a new.
Azurite's gonna put on his glasses and pull out the documentation of the at least Emil and Celine and his money.
And
Is
as a
there anyone
reminder, you
else's?
did also purchase a typewriter that you've been using to
Yeah,
check the
that's
amount.
that's what it is. That's what it's on.
Yes.
We have 338 gold to spare between myself, Celine, and Emil. I have not kept track of the rest of yours.
I feel like we're putting the cart ahead of the dogs. Maybe we should wait until we have more to do with the room, and then we do something with it.
My point is, considering the lead that we have in the Wild Hunters, it's very unlikely that we'll be back here at.
We don't know how old our lead is anyway. As much as I also find it urgent to be following the Wild Hunters, we have no idea how old any of these documents are pertaining to them.
I'm not saying it's urgent. I'm saying that considering the trail we're following and we've been following, there's very little chance that we're coming back here anytime soon.
That gives even more reason for us to leave someone behind to run it, so we have somewhere to return to.
A place where we can keep all the evidence we gather and, reconvene, be able to figure stuff out. I mean, the people here like us, so I would assume that maybe they'd be unlikely to sell us out and be helpful.
But if we stake a claim here and then we leave immediately, that may not leave the best impression. We need to make our names known here, for they have a reason to not overthrow our guild or we're gone.
I mean, I'll throw this out here. You guys do have a lot of things to do. Setting up this guild hall is certainly an option for you. Having a home base to return to after an adventure might not be a bad choice. And as was pointed out, you do actually have quite a name for yourselves here. The people around very grateful having a place to stay instead of the shacks they sent out outside the city. You have a couple of leads to follow, the first being Drodin's connection to Paylor, heading westward. You have the Wild Hunter lead. However, getting there safely is posing a bit of a threat. So perhaps getting more information or a better mode of transport is of urgency, going that direction. And then lastly, you do want to secure a pearl, so you can find out what these items that you're carrying are.
Yes.
I say we consolidate all of our plans onto one sheet or notary, and we figure out which we want to do in what order, and we figure out all as one group. We need to figure out everything we have available and everything everyone here wants to do. But my point is, the reason I think we should be doing this first is we have a very unique chance to make a new guild in a new city before anyone else. That's an opportunity rarely afforded, especially in times like these.
Well, I have an idea then, if I could. There's not a lot of wood in the city, and we have this big empty space. What if we go out, bring a lot of wood, and then just hire one person to sell the wood, and then when we return, we get the profits?
I think building loyalty would be better. We gather our wood and we hire a carpenter to work as out of our guild as a guild member.
Yeah, that sounds better than just selling wood.
He takes a cut of the profit. We don't have to pay him as much up front. We need to find a carpenter first, so
And while the wood's being collected, some of us can go and investigate some of those magic items we have.
correct. It doesn't
was
take me
thinking
much
of-
effort to bring back wood on my own, but I might need someone to help defend me.
I was thinking we could go to the capital that is sort of far from here, gather some things, try to find some, pearl to identify those items, and on our way back we can gather the wood and bring it back here.
Should we ask the others if they need anything from the capital then?
We could.
Perhaps we'll have someone come with us. It'll make the journey safer.
Let's do that then. Everyone agrees?
Agreed.
Aye.
All right.
I think that's the order then.
Yeah, so the plan is to find a carpenter in town, promise to bring back some wood that they can then turn into various objects that the town needs and sell, with a portion of the profit going to you. You're then going to try to find somebody perhaps to help you along your journey, and you were going to ask around town to see if anybody needed some errands done in the capital. Yes?
Correct.
Okay. You were then going to plan to travel to the capital, secure yourself some items like a pearl or the requested items from the townspeople here, bring it back, and on the way back, collect some wood.
Is that Alex? You spoke, but you were super muffled.
Or another mode of transport.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's some of the hope that we're. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get anything out of asking on the errands, but maybe there's like a 1 in a million chance that someone else is like, oh, well, I gotta go in the city, and I got this sweet here tank.
I'll inform you, there are some alternate modes of transport that you can find in the world info, but the
Is it M1 Abrams one of them?
the stuff that you're looking for might be a little bit pricey for you all right now. There's a possibility that if you go into the capital, you can get information about these modes of transport and maybe borrow one. That's never out of the question. As it stands right now, your connections are few, and Conray Kingdom tends to be more mild in terms of its topography, which is why it's so affluent to use the sled dogs there.
Hmm. We have 1,000 gold collectively, guys. We can get a boat. We can go on the pontoon.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, we could see about borrowing a walker, but I don't think there's gonna be a walk. I mean, okay, if there's a, I mean, okay, I take that back. There could be a walker in the city. I say we spend a little bit of time looking for anything else that might have been left behind here.
The alternative option, and you know what? For those of you that have spent some time in the Conray Kingdom, if you want to roll a history check for me, I could give you a little bit more info on Beartech Walkers.
Oh boy, intelligence.
-1 history.
Okay. Does Celine want to roll at all?
Yes, sorry, I just have to do it separately because, you know.
Right.
What's happening?
Woo!
So,
We're rolling history?
Yeah, right now they're trying to assess the viability of somehow securing a Beartech Walker that would allow you guys to more easily go through Solent and the wider world of Concordia.
We're just praying that there might be one in the city, because or at least my thought is that the what's it called? We're here. The Wild Hunters were here.
So, I'll say Emil and Celine, this actually makes sort of sense. So, most times, Beartech Walkers aren't like cars. They're much more like tanks. The military uses them for protection purposes and for invasion purposes. These machines are built for war, and because of that are very expensive and very strong. However, it wouldn't be out of the question to assume that a standing military would have a selection of Beartech Walkers at their disposal. And more than that, there are different types of Beartech Walkers, some smaller, some larger, that are outfitted for different purposes. Securing one yourself would be extremely difficult, beyond the cost. However, assuming that somehow you gained a relationship with the military, it wouldn't be out of the question to take one of these walkers that they aren't using on a journey that's sanctioned.
Alex, I have an idea.
So we just need to make buddy with some military people.
Or we find one of the alternative uses, and we go and find whatever that alternative use may be, and hope that they may have been left behind there at some point.
I'll say Celine in particular knows some are made for mining.
That's what I was
secure
thinking.
Oil deposits. Some are made for scouting missions that are faster but have a much smaller crew. And some others are, I mean, just monsters. We're talking building tall monstrosities that roam and can fire cannons. The ones that you would probably be interested in are the mining walkers or the scouting walkers, both of which would benefit you and perhaps could earn you some leverage in what is so far a pretty rough relationship with the Empire.
How costly are these things to run?
Beartech walkers in particular, they take about half a liter of oil per hour of travel, with usually a maintenance expert required in case things break through combat or through weather use.
We have a meal. Well, I don't know anything that was disclosed, so I have to wait for Emil and Celine to speak Elvish to disclose that.
Elvish?
Yeah, no,
Elvish.
They speak French. It's
I
actually
thought you told me at the start of the campaign that it was Elvish, Alex.
Oh,
Or
did I?
yeah, it's either Elvish or Sylvan, one of the
So
two.
it would be more considered an offshoot of Elvish. It's only really present on a particular island, on
All
the
right.
west side of the motor.
Well, I'm still calling it Elvish, because I've
Great,
already
yeah. I
set
mean,
into the
generalize.
mentality of calling it
that's
Elvish.
fine.
You're racist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I only know Common.
I was also under the impression that Elvish was just French.
Yeah.
Close. It's an offshoot of Elven.
So wait, that makes France canonical here. Gross. I'm out.
Okay. So. Hmm. Hmm.
That's right. Looks at Emil as he's just humming.
Well, do you have any propositions?
Hold on, I'm thinking out of character right now.
Oh.
Because me IRL, not that smart.
I mean, if you need help with anything, please let me know.
So. Hmm.
And in fact, to help your thinking here, I'm going to bring us to the Conray Kingdom map. So you guys can see sort of the route that you're making here. And for reference, Beartech walkers, despite being so big, have a speed up to 10 miles per hour, which is a crazy amount of time saved.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is just 10 times faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
but we
huge.
have to buy fuel.
Right. The limiting factor is fuel, which you guys know. I did add a conversion rate because that seemed to be a point of contention. So 1 liter of oil in the Conray Kingdom is worth about 3 gold.
Listen, that's huge. It takes us it would take us half a day to get to the capital from here. We need a fucking walker. I say after we do the little fetch quest that we're planning on doing, all resources go into getting a walker.
Yeah.
Not only for the fact that a mining walker would be a combat shelter, but this is sheer travel distance.
And note, I mean, you guys will probably learn more as you explore this type of technology you're unfamiliar with, but the numbers for these walkers can change depending on the type that you're going for. The one that I have listed in the vehicles dock is a sort of combination of all of them, with the amount of fuel use, the speed, and the cost.
So about 0.5 liters per hour. It would take us about, 12 hours to get to the city then? Oh, okay. Somewhere in there. So it costs us 18 gold, 36 on a round trip. And I mean, we can keep a lot of supplies in the walker too. So if we're making errands for the spire in the walker, imagine, oh my god, we could be capitalist. We could be capitalist here.
Yeah.
Think of the chance here. Think like Kazarite said, we have the chance to start a new empire or start a new business in a new city.
I mean, we could also be doing that with the purple sphere that we have.
Well,
I don't know
yeah,
what that thing does.
well, we need that. Maybe Mr. Artificer can fuel us a bear tech with the spear.
That's
Maybe.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then we are a international threat,
I don't
as
know
we
about
don't
that.
have to refuel.
Mr. DM, south of the Golden Spire, is that all like that's all going to be iced over, right? Like if I went there, there's not going to be a chance that I can go clam fishing.
I mean, I'll say it would not be impossible, although a port town like Port Untrenched would be a great place to learn how people fish. You're not actually familiar with how that's done with all the ice.
We're not just going to swim through it, grab the clams. Is that dangerous?
Extremely.
That's what
You
Kaz
don't-
rides for.
You don't want to go in the water in this negative 1,000 degree temperature.
That's what Kaz rides for.
Still have the water breathing helmet.
Yeah, but he only does it nude. You have to accept that. It's a requirement. He doesn't want to get his clothes wet.
I have cold resistance, but I don't think I can see underwater.
Have dark vision.
No. At least I don't think so.
I do. I believe I do. Yeah, I do. I have 60 feet.
I have a flashlight.
All right. So where are we at in RP talking about this walker?
I'm not gonna repeat everything, but I mean, I am in character. I am going to repeat everything, just not in RP.
All right.
So you guys can see that Emil and Celine sort of converse for a bit on the prospect of a walker, and they come back to you with the information that I stated.
We could most likely find us a mine somewhere on any of the maps that were in the workshop or the security building. We could search for them after we get back from the city. I don't believe we have anything else to do. And this would be a huge edge on anything. We could use this to help the city too.
Yes. Although the logistics of finding one.
Sure enough.
Were these built before or after winter came or Winterfall?
The Beartech walkers?
Yes.
It's hard to say with your knowledge, especially Emil and Celine know of Beartech walkers because it's something that they had to know about within their military knowledge. The history and innovation of Beartech walkers you're not so familiar with. You would estimate sometime around the beginning of Winterfall, maybe a bit before, as technology was developing with the dwarves, possibly.
We could hope that there is a mine that is from the beginning of the winter. Maybe they left it. Times are stranger than now. I mean, people abandon an entire city out here. We have no idea if the city had a mine or anything that it used to gather its supplies. Maybe it has a walker. But I need time to look through the maps and everything. It's a long shot, but it's worth checking them around here.
Well, you could do that while we travel to Broad Lake City.
Are you going to cut and gather the wood on your own?
We can do that on our way back.
While we try. Oh, okay. I see. And if there's any mines along the way, we could stop by them. All right, I got it.
Does a Beartech walker count as a tool?
No, it counts as a vehicle.
Damn. Locate objects not gonna work, guys.
That I'm going to need. I don't know. While everyone else gathers supplies, I'll look through the maps. Maybe I can find something, maybe I won't. Come gather me whenever you're ready to head to the Broad Lake.
Well, we're fine in terms of food.
I guess we should just go see if anyone needs us to pick anything up.
Yes.
Correct, you. I'll do that while I search, or while I go read.
Okay.
How many pounds of bear meat do you think would have been gone through?
Depends on how many you sold. Let me just for fun roll something.
And how much gold are they paying up?
Let me say.
That's right. We leaving the price fairly open. He's just asking for donations, you know.
Okay, let me see here. Let me just roll this. Okay, so we'll say you grabbed about 12 people.
All right.
And they gave you an average of.
This is our YouTube analytics guys. Be careful. We are write this down.
I'll say they'll give you 3 silver pieces per kebab on average, and you sold about 12 kebabs.
Yes.
And we'll
That's
say it's about £1 per 2 kebabs, so
6 pounds.
6 pounds. Yeah.
24, and then I get 3.5 gold. Holy shit, we're up. 3 gold and 6 silver. Which rounds up to this goes to 1 and this goes to 4. Okay.
Huge profit margins.
Yeah, I'm rich, baby. I have 4 gold now.
So, what are you guys pursuing first?
I'm checking the maps while they're doing whatever they're doing, and I'm looking for any mines or any industrial operations between here and Broad Lake City.
That seems like an investigation to me.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Just
go
going
ahead.
through my
I mean,
abundance of journals here. Not journals.
Maybe a history, if history includes looking through.
I mean, I'd prefer history. It's a 1 more increase. Or not history. Actually, wait. What did you say?
Investigation or hit. I'll leave it up to you. Investigation or history.
Oh wait, fuck. They're both the same roll. Never mind. Fuck. I'll take it.
Wow. That 18 looking pretty good compared to the other option. Yeah, so you peruse through some of the maps you've gotten from the bunker, some of the maps you've gotten while passing through. I'll say in terms of marked mines, it's not exactly prolific. However, you gather that there are some towns that would probably have industry that's noted on these maps, including Fort Dumark, the Lockwood Isle, and Sherwall.
Well, I'm specifically looking to see if there might have been anything between here and Broad Lake. I'm talking anything. If there's like extra roads leading off to anything that's not marked on the map, just any irregularities on the path between here and Broad Lake.
The only irregularities that you would notice tend to seem to point towards the Golden Spire. In terms of finding like a mine or a peculiarity, it seems like most of them would indicate the Golden Spire as this sort of mythic disappearing city.
And none of my documents from the Golden Spire have anything that say like where they may have gotten their metal from.
That's the thing about this place that's so intriguing is this metal
Oh,
is
no.
not only perfectly carved, but seems to have propped up in less than a day. It's
Damn
peculiar.
mages!
It is very peculiar.
Goddamn fucking mages. And their construct cities. Okay. He'll regather his papers and eventually meet up with the party. Wherever they may be at that time.
But like I said, something to note is that Fort Dumark, Lockwood Isle, and Sherwall are known for their high industry and mining.
Okay, here we go. I have a mark.
As is Broad Lake City, but Broad Lake City tends to be the epicenter for most things in the Empire.
Yeah, I was also hoping for anything that might be out of the way. I mean, we might find something out of the way closer to those, so that'll work. I need to. I have a shaky mouse. Don't load me. There we go. Okay, he's working on me. We're good.
Okay. As Kazrite is sort of making his way back, are the rest of you making any preparations?
Looking for carpenters and people who need errands to the city.
Yeah, just make a quick investigation check. DC is pretty low. There's a lot of people that need stuff. Okay, yeah. If you give me a quick second, I'll procure a list of items that might be helpful. Okay. Let's do it this way. Okay, yeah, so you begin asking around, and for the sake of expediency, I'm just gonna make a list here. I'll post the list in a second. We'll say that the town people here need some cooking supplies like salt, ginger, milk, and lots of water, because procuring water from the sea is difficult sometimes. From some of the smiths in town, it seems like all kinds of metal are needed. Iron.
Bitch, we are living in. Cut it off the wall.
Well, they don't want to ruin their defenses. This place is highly secure with the metal that's already here, and they are working at taking down some of the fake buildings, but more metal is always needed. So iron, copper, gold, any rare metals that you find will sell for a very high price. They also talk about animals, since they want to start making their own living here. Things like pigs, chickens, cows, any of the typical farm animals would be more than appreciated. Other supplies like rope. Sorry, did I cut out?
Yes.
did.
Yeah. You cut out at rope.
Yeah, okay. Everything just froze for a second. Sorry. I was saying rope, marble, charcoal, cloth, anything. It seems to help with the preparation here. And most importantly, wood. Wood is a highly needed resource here. In fact, you learn from Mayor Hardrock that they're going to send out a troop to gather more wood for fires to keep people warm. That is what you gather.
Neat. Would he have mentioned when he was going to send people to gather wood?
Well, I was thinking sometime, maybe tomorrow evening. I don't know. We'll have to see how things are going. We're still setting up a lot of housing, but the more wood that we have, the warmer we'll be. So, yeah, probably tomorrow evening.
Alrighty.
Okay. Any other preparations you guys are making before you start putting together your docks?
I want to cast Locate Object for a pearl worth 100 gold.
Okay.
And I think that would count as jewelry, possibly. So it's not one that I would have to actually see before I can cast it, and just the nearest one to me.
Yeah, we'll say that for sure.
And you're also 20+ years old. I'm very concerned if you haven't seen a pearl in your life.
Well, if for something that I've seen, it's like I am looking for that specific one.
Oh, I see.
4 pearls. You do sense 16 pearls, approximately 200 feet from you.
I will go
What?
to them.
Okay, so without a word, Morgan starts heading in a direction after casting a spell.
Yeah, there was a few words to cast the spell.
Definitely.
Where's the fucking pearl?
And I'm holding
That's
I'm
broke.
holding one of those like forked twigs. What are they called? Like a dowsing rod.
Oh no. Fucking spiritualist over here.
So you make your way through the town, probably a couple of houses away, and you find yourself at the foot of a door of a building that has been claimed, seemingly. There's a faint light coming from the inside, and the door is locked.
I'm gonna knock.
After about a minute or so, you see a man, scruffy beard. He looks down. Can I help you?
Hello. I was just wondering if you happen to have any pearls by chance.
Honey, this guy's asking about pearls. We got pearls. No. Well, I mean, we're not looking to sell any pearls, if that's what you're asking.
It would be what I'm asking. No price at all.
It's a precious heirloom pearl necklace. Used to belong to her mother.
Hmm.
Got it.
All right then. I will make mental note of the house's location and head back to everyone else.
Okay, yeah, easy enough to do. You know the location of the couple with the pearl necklace.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Why don't you take Kaz right out to the sea and cast it?
So, guys, how do we feel about theft?
I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
I was like, what? Wait, why are you?
Nothing. It's not. We can just buy pearls at somewhere else, I'm sure. But we could save ourselves some time if you guys are interested.
Interested in what?
Just a quick entering into a house, grabbing some pearls, preferably unseen,
No.
and other things. We want to steal as many valuables as possible, because if we just steal the pearls, then they'll know it was me. So, shouldn't do that.
Well, for starters, that sounds very illegal.
I don't think there's
Yes.
laws in this town.
I believe it's a
Second of
terrible
all,
idea in a town where we're
That
trying to
that
gain
sounds very
trust.
rude.
It is. We'll buy pearls.
Or we could go like half a day to the south. Beach episode.
Or,
I
and
mean, if you.
just as a friendly reminder, this is D&D. Nothing is impossible. There's still a way that you could convince these people to lend a pearl to you. It would just take some convincing.
Need one pearl.
I guess, yeah. I could ask them to just like borrow it for a
Wait,
second, and I
yeah,
can do it
it's not
in the
consumed, is it?
house. No, it's not consumed.
Oh yeah, no, this is fucking.
So yeah, we could just go back with the sphere and then ask if I can, use it.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, then we can do that for sure.
Who has the sphere? Kazrite, right?
I believe yes,
Uh,
in his
I
little
believe-
sack.
Yes, because it is so big that anyone else would be able to see that they have it. He pulls it out.
Kazrite, if you and anyone else want to come with me back to this place, I might be able to figure out what that is.
He looks to Emil.
Yes, why not?
Okay. Are you
Well-
all as a group heading over to this couple's house?
Did we find a carpenter yet, or did we just find Aaron's?
In terms of a carpenter, I believe. Who was it that was looking?
Me.
And you had a 15.
Or wait, was it?
I would say there's not a very talented carpenter in town. There's just a bunch of rough and tumble men that know how to put a few things together.
Emil.
Speaking to Mayor Hard Rock, he would tell you that he could get somebody on the job if you had something in mind.
Not at the
I
moment,
need-
but very soon.
I need this commie bastard to stop offering up everything for free. It's gonna push us out of business.
Who, Mayor Hard Rock?
Yeah, this commie bastard.
He just has a strong sense of community, man. He's just happy to be here.
Ami!
Kami.
You can't spell community without calm.
Me.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So there's not like a
I'm
a
running
very
a
talented
cavity
carpenter
around
in
here.
town, but there are some people that know how to work with wood.
Yeah, I'll show you how to work with wood. That was uncalled for.
Please don't. So do with that information what you will. Are you following Morgan in the troop, or are you going to negotiate something with Hard Rock?
We don't need to hire anyone until we actually have to wood in this case, so I'll go with them just to see what happens.
Okay, yeah. So, as a whole group of misfits of all kinds, the Golden Tides make their way over to a small house with one door, no windows, and some steps leading up to the door.
Knock knock.
A few minutes pass by, and the same man looks to you, and then looks to the people behind you, and sort of backs up.
It's not what it looks
defensively.
like. It's not what it looks like. Instead of outright buying one of those pearls off of you, I wanted to see if I could just use it for something to be able to help out our needs. I'd be
Discovered
willing
something
to.
while clearing the city, and we wanted to know what it is. Is it all right with you?
Well, are you saying that you're gonna just borrow it?
Yeah, I'd be. You guys can watch. It'd be no issue. Pearl would be fine. Nothing would happen to it. I'd pay you like 10 gold if you let me use it.
He sort of
Take
looks
about
back,
10 minutes.
seemingly giving a glance. Sure.
You can.
Yeah. Hold out here for a moment. He's gonna close the door. And then he's gonna open it again. In his hands is a beautiful pearl necklace, strung with a silver thread, and very shiny. Has gold inlays on each of the pearls. And he sort of steps outside and closes the door, and waves you over to what is essentially a big flat rock. And he sits down cross-legged at it and places it down. I'll take that 10 gold now, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I hand the man 10 gold, pick up the pearls, and has right the orb.
I hold up the orb.
All right, and I will begin ritual casting identify.
Okay. Yeah, man, this is exciting. I am in a moment going to post something in Art and Docs for you all. So, as you begin to use your magic to identify this object, you all can see on Modahexa's face a very brief sort of light emitting from his hands, and then the eye from behind the cloth that's obscuring it begins to turn this blue color as it seems to scry into this thing. And I will post the art as I pull it up. This art piece will tell you everything you need to know about this object. There you are. And for those of you at home, I am also going to show you the art as I've made it. But what you find is this is called Omenstar's Orb of Infinite Secrecy. It is a wondrous item, legendary. As an action, you may expend the orb's energy to do one of the following. You can make yourself, each creature, and each object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes. The duration is the same for all subjects. If a creature is affected by the orb, attacks, or casts a spell, the invisibility ends for that creature. Or, you can choose to regain one expended spell slot of 3rd level or below. And it can be used once per dawn.
Stealth walker, stealth walker, stealth walker.
And as your eye begins to dim, its light fading, and all of you wait, you're free to tell them what you saw.
Okay, so that thing turns things invisible, and it's also kind of like a shot of coffee as well. Like it'll help you like cast. Do any of you do do that? Even
What? Magic?
Coffee?
yeah, like spells.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, because like you pray and then you build things. Is that magic?
I mean, it doesn't belong to this world, so.
I guess that's fair. But yeah, so that'll let you do it again, faster, you know. And we had one more thing, right? The bear thing.
Bugbear.
Oh yeah, we do have stuff. I don't think I have this. Wait, did I take the totem? I did, didn't I? Because it was. I'll hold that out.
It might have been lumped in with you. I actually don't have notes on who it is with. At
I'm the klepto.
Okay.
I'm the biggest one, so I have the most storage space.
Okay.
I'll hold that out too.
Okay. And I will begin casting again.
So once again,
That's right. Just like open the front of his robe and just drop the orb back in. By the way,
okay, yep, it
into the
goes,
abyss of his robes.
goes in with nary a sound. You begin to scry on this bugbear totem, similar flash of light and the eye peering into what this could be, and I will post the second item in Art and Docs. This is called the Bugbear Totem. It is a wondrous item and legendary. This mysterious 1 foot by 1 foot wooden totem contains a limited sentience and is indestructible while enchanted. Holding this totem, you may ask it any question up to 3 times per day. Upon asking more questions, the totem stops responding. The totem may only answer questions using grunts and may answer the question in any way it sees fit. It has lived over 500 years and may have a storied history.
Kazarite, demon. That thing has a demon in it.
Are you sure those are the words you want to say to Kazrite? Are
Kaz-
you 100% certain, Malin?
Kazarite, throw it to someone else. Don't hold
He's-
that thing.
Okay. He squints at it, and he looks around, and he's not gonna throw it to anyone.
I think it would be best for everyone if you were not holding that thing before I tell you what that thing is.
What?
That's right. Simply grunts in your direction. He kind of like perks an eyebrow.
So, it's a magic item that, when asked questions, will answer. It's got 3 questions that you can ask it a day,
His eye line slowly lowers to it.
and yeah, it's just magic, nothing crazy about it. And then I'm gonna like lean into like Emil, Droden, and Solane and be like, it's got a ghost in it. Don't let Kazarite
Yeah.
know.
He's gonna kind of hold it like this. Is there a demon in you?
No, there's no demon in it. There's no demon in it, Kazarite.
Wait, did you ask it?
He did ask it. He's looking it in the eyes. Is there a demon in you?
What you get back is.
Does it have to answer?
That's right.
the
Take that as a
question?
yes.
Like,
It's a yes, right?
It may or it may not. Sometimes it'll answer in just grunts, which like it just answers however it wants, really. Also, I don't really know if it's like a reliable thing. Like I don't know if it will lead us astray or not. But I mean,
like it could just as easily lie to us.
yeah, I think so. Although like I don't want to like be mean to it. I've never met the bugbear totem, so I don't know if it is a liar. But I'm gonna take its word for it now until it
Do
leads
you
us
know where
astray
the wild
later.
hunters are?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you know where the wild hunters are?
It knows where the wild hunters are, guys.
I think that was a yes. That was like a, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's right. Grunts back in approval. I speak its language. It speaks barbarian.
And then just to round it out, I believe the pig and whistle vendor when he told me what the gray bag of tricks did, but I'll
Pig and whistle.
what's it called? That's what it's called, right?
The
pig
pickle
and-
wiggle, yeah.
The pickle wiggle. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna identify the gray bag of tricks just in case he's a liar and a cheat, and it doesn't just spawn animals when I throw balls out of it.
Yeah, so make sure that you are tracking these spell slots, but yes, you do.
I'm casting them as rituals.
Oh, yes, that's right. So, with that being said, you find that he was not lying. He just didn't know that much about it. What you find is the information that I told you about it with your magical knowledge you had in the first place.
And then I will ask around if anyone else has anything they needed identified.
No. No.
Yeah, can I have my pearls back, or are you gonna keep looking at stuff weird?
No, yeah, you can have him back. Do you need anything identified?
Or do you need anything from the city?
No. I already put in my request with Hard Rock. Thanks, though. You guys are real great. He says while clutching the pearls and slowly making his way in the door and then shutting it quickly.
Azariah looks at the totem for the last time for the day. Well, he doesn't know it, and it's only 3, so he's gonna keep asking until he figures out it's 3. But
Are the wild hunters still alive?
I think
That's,
that's an I don't know.
It sounded inquisitive. Maybe. Yeah, I agree, Jordan. It sounded like an I don't know. Do you know where they've gone?
Kazarite, it's donezo for the day.
Demons
actually-
rest. He starts shaking it.
It's a peculiar thing, too, because as was described when you first picked up the totem, there was almost like a humming vibration coming from it. And now that you've asked your questions, it's not vibrating anymore.
Well, he'll
You
shove it in his pocket into the robo abyss of his clothing.
You tuckered the boy out.
He's not very good at answering questions and only answering 3. We'll have more tomorrow.
Does with almost a threatening glance towards his robes.
Yeah, so you have identified some of the mystic artifacts you carry.
Does a spellcaster want this orb? Before it gets lost in my robes forever?
Do any of you want it?
That seems like a you think.
Seems like it would be inconvenient to carry, so no.
Yeah, that's I think that's the issue here.
How big is the orb?
I believe the way I described
Like a
it
basketball.
was... Yeah, like
Pretty sure.
about a basketball size, pretty heavy.
Does it double as an arcane focus?
Hold on. I don't know if you would have gained that from Identify, but you can certainly try to use it as an arcane focus.
Ain't no harm in testing it. Actually,
Yeah.
no, there could be lots of harm in
I'm
testing it.
testing it, yeah. I guess I'll hang on to it then.
Okay. Yeah.
That's right. It's gonna go and palm out the ball.
Can Mage Hand hold it?
I would think so. What's the limits of Mage Hand?
Mage Hand can. Here, I'll cast it.
Cantrip with no concentration. It could just be infinite cast, isn't it?
Yeah.
More than 10 pounds. I'd say, okay, hold on. I haven't really considered this. Let me.
How much does it weigh?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm about to find out.
A 10-pound basketball is pretty fucking heavy. That's like a sand-filled basketball, I'd say. It's like a medicine ball.
I'd say it weighs just about 10 pounds. So I think your Mage Hand could carry it.
Okay, yep. Then I'll do that. I'll have Mage Hand carry it.
Okay, yeah, easy enough to do. You have this swirling purple glittery orb held by your mystic hand. Now that you've gained some information, are you all preparing anything else before your journey to Broad Lake City?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, if there are no specific requests, you all begin to saddle up your sled dogs, feed them for the day, and start to head out. Your journey to Broad Lake City is going to be roughly 5.5 days ish. So as you all are preparing for that, I think now would be a pretty good time to take our break. So we will be back in 15 minutes. Thank you all so much for watching if you have decided to join us, and we will be back soon. Welcome back, everybody. We have taken our break, and we are back in action. Crow will join us shortly. He has something going on. But for the rest of you, you would begin mounting your sleds with dogs, and you were about to head out on the multi-day journey to Broad Lake City to gather supplies, and on the way back, perhaps chop down some wood. Is there any other things that we need to cover before we make our way on the road? If that is a resounding no, then we will go ahead and start our journey. I believe I said it was going to be 5.5 days?
Yeah.
Okay, and could I just have a marching order? I will bring us to the landing page. Just go ahead and organize yourselves if you have a particular order that you want to be in. If not, then we'll just keep it as this was previously. The only change is that I'll need to know who's in front, since Droden is going to be taking a back seat here.
I mean, we need someone with high perception in the front, right?
Yes. Presumably, just to make sure that there's no danger ahead.
I got a +4. What about you guys?
+0.
I have a +2, I believe. Yeah, I have a +2.
I guess I'll take the lead.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to move Droden, we'll say here for right now.
Me and
go ahead
Droden share a sled, don't we?
If you do, then yeah, we can put you here, and he'll just give you advantage when you're looking. If we're being technical, that would mean, yeah, right?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, makes sense to me. Go ahead and for the first day, just go ahead and make me a perception check with advantage.
2 20s.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Okay. So 1 in 400.
Yep. Smooth sailing.
This is
not-
every other roll that we do every single day, Alex.
Not a problem. And in fact, go ahead and add yourself 1 snowberry to your inventory. These are highly valuable, hard to find berries that sell for a very pretty price as long as they're fresh.
Oh.
You find it hanging off of a tree, a very small tree that is barely keeping up in the snow. This fruit, however, you all know to be very valuable. It makes a delicious jam, tantalizing to even think about. It's hard to keep yourself from biting into it right now. Welcome back. We were just making some checks along the road. And as you all bed down for the night, with that super high perception, no issues to be had as you continue. Make me another one.
How did I lose it? There we go.
Okay, yeah, similarly, not a huge problem. You do pass a couple of people along the way. Seemingly your work scouting the road the week before had paid off. People are interested in seeing the Golden Spire and what it has to offer. You continue down the road, you bed down for the night. No issues to be had there. Make another perception check for me. Okay, yeah, so the road itself is not troublesome, but as you begin to bed down for the night, you find yourselves in a troublesome situation. When the night comes to a close and you all are bedded down, suddenly you are ambushed by a group of bandits. I will bring us over to here.
I do my portent rolls from the night before. Wow.
Wow. Okay, yeah. We're going to go into a quick scuffle here. So, let's do this one.
For a knockout.
Yeah, so go ahead, and I'm going to pull up the initiative here. You all are going to be facing 4 bandits armed with clubs. And,
Bro. They try to have a club off?
yeah, seemingly your attention for the night has gotten them fairly interested. Let me find... Yeah, let's just use some of these dudes. You can see that these people
Man, fuck me.
seemingly passed your cart on the way down and thought that they could handle you. And as you all begin to wake up hearing the noise, we do this.
Nice initiative, everyone.
I was about to say, yeah, that's really good.
I'm just gonna change mine to a 13 real quick.
And I'm gonna roll.
Indeed.
for
I'm
these
so
guys.
glad my token keeps its settings across maps.
Putting in Velus's stats real quick so I can roll his initiative.
Okay.
Two,
No problemo. The
12.
bandits rolled a 16.
Damn.
Wow, Jordan, sleeping on
And,
the fucking job.
Oh, is Velus on a different initiative than you?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna add a turn for him. What did he roll?
It told me error. I think he needs a class. So I mean, Velus is a really good doctor, so I'm giving him cleric. And then I'll roll initiative again.
Doesn't Velus just take the turn after yours?
No, they get their own turns.
Oh.
He might also need his health. He's got 1 hit point. Oh, poor boy.
Like I said, I had to scrap the template sheet that I made for everybody, and I had to just do it from scratch.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 and give him. He gets +3,
Okay, so 13.
13.
Damn!
Pretty.
I had to use a racial feat to get that. He's fucking tied with me. He's above me because he has a higher dex.
Yeah.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah, super awesome. Anywho, I believe is that everybody? Yes. Okay. So, I would say the bandits, because they surprised you, would normally get a surprise round, but instead I believe just the one is going to take an attack. In this case, they're going to attack Morgan.
I die.
Oh. It was nice knowing you. They rolled a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Let me just roll the damage. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am bloodied.
I gotta admit, I rolled the maximum that you could roll. So yeah, you and your low perception, unfortunately, garnered you a club to the face as you're sort of moving out of your tent. But now we will move on to Emil.
Yeah. I'm thinking here.
Okay.
How much is a 15-foot cone? Like, could you
15-foot cone.
like say something is like here in this
Uh-huh.
space, right? How much is a 15-foot cone? Is it like this?
Yeah, I believe so. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd have to move it quite a bit. But Morgan did take a pretty big bonk, so you know what? I'm going to use my action to create my Eldritch Cannon. And I will make it a protect.
Okay.
Just create. Within 5 feet of me, so I'm gonna put it right here. It can move 15 feet. As part of the same bonus action. Okay. As part of the same bonus action, does that mean that I can move it first and then do its thing?
So as part of summoning it, you're asking if you can move it and do its.
So, as a bonus action, I can activate it, and as part of that bonus action, I can also move it 15 feet. So, would its effect trigger before or after I move it?
On your turns, you can take a bonus action to cause the cannon to activate. If you're within 60 feet of it, as part of the same bonus action, you can direct the cannon up to walk or climb. Yeah, so you can, right now, you can use your bonus action to move and then fire it.
Okay. It'll move 15 feet to here.
Okay.
And then I am activating it. Again, it is a protector. So everyone within 10 feet of it, will get 1d8 plus my intelligence modifier temporary reach.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll that in the chat.
So you guys get 5. Good. 6.
All right, yeah, there's a space above the heart indicator on your sheet that you can put a temporary hit points into.
There you go.
So
Thank
go ahead and mark
you.
that down. You all get 5 extra health.
6.
6 extra health, my bad.
Thanks.
Smarter than I thought, apparently.
Great. Anything else for you? You can still move if you'd like.
Yeah, I would have done this, but I'm gonna move afterwards. To it.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Kazrite, it is your turn.
I'm going to rage.
All right.
Would you do me a
action
favor and increase my token size?
Sure.
I'm not gonna pull out the red one today. It's a lot of effort. I guess it works. Radius of 10, shape square. Ooh, that is way too light.
Okay. Anything else?
Can you make my square 2x2? Or my token a 2x2?
Oh, yes.
I am large.
Bonk.
Thank you. That was important. Because I'm actually gonna move here.
Okay.
I was here. I'm moving here. I'm going to. Where the fuck did my sheet go? I double. So you know how you can like double click your sheet to expand and open it? I double clicked it and it just closed. I'm gonna glaive it. I'm gonna glaive this fella right here. Because a 15 hit.
I was just about to say, I totally did not do my duty. Let me color these guys so it's easier for all of us. Okay. So, you're glaving green.
Yeah, a little ugly fella here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That hits. And it'll do 8 slashing damage. And
It's 10 slashing damage.
10 slashing damage. You can see instantly he's bloodied. It seems like these guys didn't really prepare to fight a giant in their midst. And you can see he takes the blow to his
I invite them to run.
chest. And it is now
We'll see how it turns out.
Morgan's turn.
I'm going to stick my hand up right into the guy's face and magic missile him
Okay.
with so I'm gonna shoot 2 of the bolts at him. I'm casting this as a 2nd level. So 2 of the bolts are going to go into him, and then 3 and 4 for orange and blue. So that'll be it's 4 d4s and then +1 to each of them.
God
So-
damn! The first guy's taking an ass load.
And you said that you were putting this towards.
So the first 2 are going towards green, and then the second one to blue, and then the the third one to blue, and then the 4th one to orange, and then magic
So-
missile auto hits.
3 damage on blue, 2 damage on orange, 10 damage on green.
Okay, so let's start with this. Orange, you said takes 4.
Orange takes 2.
2.
Oh,
okay.
orange is 2.
2. Done to green.
And then to green would be 10,
Yes.
All right.
and then blue takes 3.
Yes, Alex got it.
Uh-huh. Orange takes 2. And blue takes 3. Okay. Yeah. A barrage of missiles go out towards the group, and you can see all of their chests riddled backwards like a machine gun just went off. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
So green is still up.
By the hair of his chinny chin chin.
Okay.
Waking.
Damn. I don't think I can take the attack of opportunity. I got the temporary health. I'm gonna move back over here.
I know you can't see my auras, so I'm gonna. You should move here if you're gonna move anywhere, because he can still move within my attack range and attack you there.
Okay. Then I'll move here, and then I'll do a magic weapon on Soline's gauntlets, I think is what it is, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yes.
Okay. So that means that Celine has a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. So make sure that you keep note of that. And yeah, I mean he's gonna take an attack of opportunity. So he'll swing at you with his club. Wow, that's a nat 20.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. Watch. Watch. 1 on the damage die. 1.
On how many damage dies, you have to roll 1.
No, it's fine. He rolled a 2 on a d6, so that'll be 4 plus 2, so that will be 6 damage.
On a crit?
Yeah, it does double damage. Whatever you roll.
That's crazy.
All right. Well, that works out. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Celine, it is your turn.
Yes.
Punch him.
No. So,
Sorry.
first, I move here.
He's not safe.
I move here,
Okay.
and and I finish him.
Okay,
Yeah.
finish him.
Bop.
Oh my god, yeah. Even a little overkill. You
Meaty
smash into this guy, and I mean, he basically blows
Holy
apart.
shit!
There
Emma
is,
finally has a bots feature. Emma
yeah,
can finally touch things. Holy shit!
it's pretty gruesome as his head goes. He is dead.
I'd replace with this.
Anything else that you'd like to do?
No.
Okay, great. Yeah. Nice job. Well done. It is now the bandit's turn. This orange one is actually going to saddle up probably here. And these two guys are going to go for Kazrite. This orange one is going to swing at Celine. With, I believe, a 19 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
Okay. He's going to do 1d6 plus 1. Wow. 2 damage.
Doesn't even dent the barrier.
Nope. Pretty underwhelming. But next up will be Mr. Blue and Mr. Red, who are both going to swing at Kazrite.
Ace me!
Does a 4 hit.
No! Where's the challenge?
Yeah, he rolled a nat 1 on that.
Son of a.
Mr. Red is going to try to make up for it. That is a...
I just want to point
18
out
to
red,
hit.
green, and blue attached to Kaz, right?
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
18 to hit? 18
Yes.
hits.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's going to do 1d6 plus 1 bludgeoning damage. 5 damage, which I assume goes to half.
Rounds down to 3.
Yeah.
I flex.
Great. Yeah. Droden, it is your turn. Hello?
You're still muted.
Sorry, my mic was muted.
Welcome
I'll
back.
bring out my my little spiritual buddy.
Get your token. Just the head of an ant or of a mace.
The pommel of my great club chain flings off and just whirls and smacks Orange
Okay.
on the head.
Yeah, that definitely hits Orange. Does he live? Let's find out. He does live. He is more than bloodied. And as he sort of staggers back, blood now over his chest. Anything else that you'd like to do?
Knock him off his horsey?
If he had a horse, it definitely would.
Oh, I thought you said he saddled up.
That's just an expression. He just saddled up
Oh.
next to. Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Look at this northerner using southern terms. Using them wrong.
With my action, I'll give him a whack with my mace. Probably not lethal. If it hits.
Non-lethal? Oh.
Unfortunately, that does not hit. So he will live to fight another day as he ducks under.
Peace was never an option. He's gonna die if anyone else touches him.
Is there anything
Yeah, I
else you'd
mean,
like to do?
he shouldn't have dodged.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. It is Velus's turn.
Velus is gonna run over to Emil and offer up the help action.
Great.
Oh my god.
Emil, it is your turn.
What does help do again?
It gives
Yeah,
you
advantage.
The advantage.
advantage on an action that you take.
Oh, interesting. If I move, I still get it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna move.
Assume Velus crawled up onto you.
Loose is mounted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to. Okay, actually, first as a bonus action, I'm gonna move my little guy right here,
Okay.
and it's going to pulse again. Same thing. 1d8 plus intelligence modifier, temp HP for everyone but Droden. This is too far.
Oh wait. Oops. How much? I'm also too far, I think.
No, it's 10 feet.
Yeah, I'm too far. Oh wait, no, I'm a big token. I'm not too far. Oh wait, no. Yeah, you lied.
Okay, so 8 temporary HP, is that right?
Yes, and that is on top of the one that it already gave you.
Okay.
I don't, it doesn't say that it replaces it, so.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and mark that down. Although, does the temporary HP disappear on your turn?
It doesn't say it does. It just says. I think it just says that it gives it. I'm gonna go check right now.
Okay. For now,
I
just add it.
I think a general rule of temp HP is that it is that they
Replaces.
don't stack. Right?
No, because
HP does not.
otherwise it would say it. Because Solen has a thing where it says that it replaces the temp HP that she
Correct.
has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually it's
So-
it's pretty specific. That's why I was asking whether or not it disappeared at the start of his turn.
Yeah, it could do that. What's the ability?
Oh, wait. Oh wait, that's on. Oh, it says temp hit points never stack.
Yeah.
So you get 8. You replace the 6 you had with 8, or whatever you had with.
Okay. Thank
You
you
don't
for
know
the
what
clarification. So yeah, everybody can replace their temporary HP with 8, whatever it is right now. Okay. Anything else for you?
Yes, I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to shoot orange with my musket.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Bang!
Wow. Yeah, that definitely hits, and orange is down. Bullet goes straight into his chest, and he sort of staggers back.
What is
Anything else for you?
it? That is it. Thank you.
All right, Kazrite, it is your turn.
Reckless attack. Red.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. That
15
definitely
damage.
hits. Yeah, 15. Let me see here. That was. Yeah, he is bloodied. Very much hurt from the giant club glaive on top of his
Glaive.
face. Anything else for you?
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Morgan, it's your turn.
I'm gonna run in here. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands on the 2 remaining guys, and Kazrite's gonna get hit by it too. But that's okay, because I'm gonna cast Portent, and I'm gonna give him a 14, which is the exact number he needs to save.
Ooh.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, that definitely works. Important isn't an
You
action
just-
that you need to take, is it?
You just didn't want my ass getting singed.
Okay. Yeah, so using your divination magic, you give him the exact amount of dexterity he needs to get out of the way, and the other 2 are going to have to roll, I believe. Is it it's dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
For posterity. Oh, I would have failed.
Okay. Let me roll this. That is an 18 for blue,
Damn.
and a 6 for red.
All right. Well, red will take full damage, and then blue and Kazrite take half.
All
about-
right. Red is barely standing on his last legs, and blue is actually surprisingly looking pretty okay. Okay, yeah. Anything else for you?
No.
Celine.
So I move here.
Okay.
I got it. Right here.
punch with my Dungeon Gauntlet, the blue one.
Bonk. So it's a 16 to hit for 6 damage.
That does hit. And you said you were hitting red or blue?
Blue.
Blue, okay. Blue will take that damage, and at this point, he is now bloodied as the gauntlets spark and hit him in the chest, and he sort of stumbles back. He looks pretty scared of you. Is there anything else that you'd like to do?
That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so seeing the dire straits that they're in, Mr. Blue, who seems to be the leader of this group, lights a stick of dynamite and throws it here.
Where?
So,
Where?
right here.
Oh.
Everybody within 5 feet of the dynamite needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, does that include my little cannon, my creation?
I believe it does.
No! It's 10. It's always 10.
Oh, okay.
Be barbarian. You roll an advantage.
Okay.
Nice advantage.
And
I'm gonna use my last port and give myself that last 14.
okay, so anybody that rolled above a 12 will take half damage on this, but it's 3d6 fire damage.
Okay.
That is 6, 8. So 4 damage to the people that saved. The cannon, I believe, takes full damage, so that'll be 8.
8? Hold on, now you have to check how much HP it has. Equal to 5 times my artificer level, so 15, and it takes 8. It's
Okay, yeah. And that'll be his action. However, Mr. Red is going to turn around and throw a similar bomb right here. So I will ask you, Emil, and Vloos to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Gotcha.
Can I make an opportunity attack? Oh my god, I didn't mean to roll that. I'm so fucking sad that I didn't ask that before rolling an at 20 if you might have given it to me. I was gonna say the bomb's leaving my range. Can I roll an opportunity attack? But I already fucking
No,
rolled it.
not a
Damn it.
projectile.
Damn it.
I'm not
Damn
gonna allow you
it.
to do monk shit as a barbarian.
Volus would die either way.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so you will take full damage from this, Emil, and Volus will as well, although I know he doesn't have a ton. That's 6 plus 3, so 9 fire damage.
I rolled a check instead of a saving throw, but I'll still count it as a 1, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
You said how much? 9 damage?
9 fire damage as the dynamite sticks go out and kaboom! And the two of them are going to be ready for another round of beatings on their face. This was seemingly their final hurrah.
Barely cinched my coat.
I see guild employees after we've killed their friends. See an opportunity.
Drogon,
They
it
just
is
killed
your
my.
turn.
They just killed my weasel. Absolutely not.
I'm gonna run up, give him a good non-lethal whack.
Non-lethal whack. Okay. On Mr. Blue.
Yep.
Okay. That does hit.
That's flanking, right?
Uh,
For the +1. I don't know if we're going off flanking rules, but Celine's on the other side.
I think we said that we could do flanking rules, so yeah, we'll say that it'll do the extra 1. So it'll take 4 damage. He is still standing, although he's looking pretty weak. Is there anything else that you'd like to do?
With my bonus action, my spiritual weapon will sort of, the chains will retract, pulling it only 20 feet, but you know, it's closer.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Emil. You just saw Volus into the wind.
Oh. Is the coat, is the little sweater fine, or is it gone with him?
It's gone with him.
Okay. So I don't have to worry about that.
Reduced to ashes.
Gone. Reduced to atoms.
I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot at Red.
Mr. Red,
Oh.
all right.
Oh, baby, a collateral?
Bang!
Good lord. Yeah, that'll do it. Red is dead. Your bullet goes straight into his skull, and he dies horribly.
And bonus action, little womp womp over here. You get 12 temp HP if you want it.
Wow. Yeah, everybody add 12 temporary HP.
Well, everybody but Celine, because
Yes.
she's out of range. But,
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Kaz, right. It's your turn.
I am going to grab Mr. Blue Man. And if I successfully grab him, just kind of hold him up by the top of his head in front of my face.
Okay. This will be a grapple check. I believe while you're raging, you get advantage on athletics.
Yes. 24.
Man, that's really sad for him. He rolled a 2.
What?
He rolled a 2.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Kazarice is holding him there, but I mean, it's very obvious to everyone around that he's holding him. He's kind of got him by the face.
okay. Yes, he is grappled.
I'll let him decide whether he wants to attack or not. We'll see how that turns out for him.
Okay. Yeah. Morgan, it is your turn.
Magic missile, blue guy.
All right.
He's not the one that killed Volus.
Don't care. He threw dynamite at me.
It's true, and it blew up.
So 5,
11.
9, 10, 11, 12. It'd be 12.
12.
Oh yeah, that definitely does it. As he's being held by the grapple, the Conray Kingdom map. As things begin to calm down and the bodies are laying there in front of you, is there anything you'd like to do before you clean up and call it a night?
I would like to search the bodies.
By all means, go ahead and roll an investigation.
I will bury the bodies after he's done.
I'll help bury the bodies.
Oh, and Celine's helping me do it. Oh. Well, what do I find in there, boss?
Wow. Yeah. Whew.
Thorough search.
Turns out one actually had a will to a winery that is now yours.
Let's go!
Turns out
More
that-
capitalism.
Turns out one of them had a key to a walker.
Let me go look. Okay, so you find a total of 19 silver pieces, 5 copper pieces, and a gold. You find some commoners' clothes, along with the 4 clubs that they were using. You also find on the leader a silver necklace worth around 50 gold pieces, and a chess piece made of glass. It is the rook.
Oh, a chess piece. Okay. That's peculiar.
Yeah, maybe like a good luck trinket or something.
Is it a gnosis?
Is it a who the what now?
No, a bad reference.
Peculiar. I will add that to my sheet.
Okay, yeah. Just a little trinket. Any of you doing anything else while Emil goes picking through the bodies?
I'm gonna begin very sadly using my charcoal and ritual casting Find Velus, but this time I will be casting him as a with DM permission. Would you be open to letting me cast him back as a Almirage?
An Almirage, huh?
Yes. Tomb of Annihilation does say that with DM permission they can be familiars.
Do you happen to have the stats with you?
Yes, I can screenshot them and send them to you.
If you wouldn't mind doing that. The only thing that I would be concerned with is the extraneous features of the creature.
What does that look like?
I'll go ahead and post an image.
Do I have to make another sweater?
Probably.
I feel like felt kind of insulted here. I'm being replaced as the bunny mascot.
Oh, is it a bunny?
It is a bunny.
Oh,
It's a magic bunny.
Demon.
I mean, demon isn't wrong if the image looks like this.
I'll say yeah. I think it's okay. The main thing that I was looking for is occasionally I've had people in games pull out some stuff from like Mordenkainen's, and it'll have an ability like, yeah, you could just see through walls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I would say that's like a basic familiar trait, but I think that this would be fine. For those of you who are not informed, it's a bunny, a magical bunny that has a unicorn horn. Kind of similar to like, what are they called? It's like the rabbits with the antlers.
Jackalope?
Yes, it reminds me personally of a jackalope. But yeah, Amirage, not too hard to summon. So you all see this bunny creature with the sweater now much too large and acting more as a dress that hangs below. But you now have Velus back, and they sort of sniff around and gently lick your neck.
Hey, buddy. I hope you don't mind. I figured, it'd be better for you in a winter environment to maybe have a bit more fur on you.
You can see a very small nod, and they accidentally point the tip into your chin of their horn.
That's gonna need some getting used to.
As for the rest of you, as the Emirage comes to fruition, are you doing anything before you bed down for the night?
I think I'm good.
Okay, yeah. The rest of you
Can I-
bed down. Oh, sorry.
Can I ritual cast detect magic on that necklace and chess piece?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Or I'll just cast it and then see if anything comes out of these two.
Yeah, go. Yeah, not an issue. As you use detect magic, it doesn't appear that these items are magical in any way. Although, from your what's your passive perception?
Probably not that high because it's probably just 10.
I believe it's 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
It's 10 plus wisdom plus proficiency if I have it, and I don't, so it's 10.
Okay, yeah. So I'd say the most that you can gather with these objects is he might have thought that they were valuable, or maybe he's superstitious. It's hard to say at the moment, but it doesn't seem like these items have any particular magic affinity.
Is the necklace nice?
Yeah, it's a pretty nice necklace. It's a pretty simple chain with a circle as the symbol on it. It's flat, fairly plain, and on the back there's a symbol not very familiar to you, but you assume it's of one of the gods.
Okay. I will keep that in mind for future research.
Okay, yeah. And I believe the rest of you said that that was it for you, so we will go ahead and expedite the rest of our journey here. So we had Morgan in the front. If you wouldn't mind just rolling, I believe I just need 2 more perception checks.
And we did get a long rest, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you have marked it down, go ahead and mark it down. Okay,
And
yeah,
that-
so...
Orton. Ooh, okay. I will be using those on bad guys.
Probably a good idea. So, on the last leg of your journey, you begin to see the foot traffic in the snow, usually with how much that it makes its way down here. A lot of tracks get covered quickly, but this road leading up to Broad Lake City is covered in footprints. It seems like this is definitely the hub, if there ever was one. As you follow the simple stone road to the city, you can see the skyline begin to appear as the city gets into view. The front gates, as you approach, probably from a mile, are pretty impressive. They remind you of the Golden Spire in a way, but these walls are definitely lower, and they're definitely not made of solid material. They seem to be put together by a mixture of iron and wood and stone. Very strong, but definitely not damage-proof. And as you approach the gate, you see that there's a line, probably 100 or so people in carts, some with bags, others with sleds like yours, all waiting to see their way inside. And I'll say it'll take you about 2 hours waiting in line before you get to the front gate. Is there anything that you'd like to do as you pull up to this very long line of people all shivering and waiting in the snow impatiently? The wind flows over the wastelands that surround you. The muttering of people.
So, wait. So it's a line to get into the city. Was that it?
Yes. It's about a 2-hour wait from the looks of it. There's about 100 people in front of you, all in different states of impatience.
I guess if some of us can wait in line and others can check out why there's what's going on and investigate the front, if we want to do that.
Sure. Yeah. If you guys want to figure out what the line is all about, you certainly can, or you can wait. If anybody would like to take a look up further on the road. It would just be a perception check.
Me and Velus will go out and take a look.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. For most of you, you see a long line, people of all sorts of backgrounds, some more rich, some more poor. It seems like, at least for this line, they do not discriminate. For Droden, you notice at the very, very, very front of the line, right up near the gates, there seems to be a group of about 20 police officers, all doing searches. Apparently, whatever the city holds must be pretty sought after. And you can actually see one or two groups get turned away, and there's a bit of a scuffle that happens. But yeah, it seems like this is the TSA of Broad Lake City, if you had to guess.
Looks like they're searching for people. As they go in.
We don't have anything illegal on us, right?
Well, my firearm is technically registered, but I've haven't paid it yet.
And as you say that, you also begin to think, what would the Empire be considered dirty goods? And you begin to look at the giant purple glowing orb in the possession of Morgan.
That's fine, right?
I mean, that's fine. It can. Oh. I mean, if there is ever a case where things are illegal and we can't have them go in, we could always use this little thing and make them invisible and hold them with us.
Yeah.
Well, I don't exactly know how this firearm thing is going to work, but also, DM, where do I have to pay that? I don't think we've ever established that.
What I stated is that you were borrowing it on loan, but that loan travels with you, and originally I believe it was in the Vatnisfeed Empire that you registered the weapon, but they still have the registry, and they will ask for paperwork, and if you don't have paperwork that says it's paid, they'll assume you haven't paid it.
Alright, so not good.
Let's just make a stack of all the stuff that we think they might not like, and we'll place the orb over there, and then when our time comes, we'll activate the orb, turn it all invisible. That should do the trick, no?
Well, Droden, did you happen to see how they were searching people? Is it, are they patting them down, or are they...
And for Droden, you'll see that they have lots of flashlights, and they're doing a pretty thorough inspection. The best way to put it is, imagine a highway patrol sort of looking through a car for illegal substances. They're checking glove boxes, they're looking through loose boards, they're patting you down. They're doing a pretty thorough investigation.
Yeah, it's pretty thorough.
I think if we made them invisible, they would like stumble into them, or
They
Would
probably...
it? Yes, but also would it even make the snow invisible? Like the tracks?
it would just make the objects within 10 feet of it invisible.
We considered an alternative entry to the city.
I mean, we could always just ask. This is our first time in the city, so I'm sure there's someone we can ask for, like,
We
what's
don't
being
want
checked
any-
for, like what's not allowed, what is, what isn't. Would I have figured this out from reading in the library?
You actually might have, if you remember, we talked about magic politeness,
Yeah.
which is a pretty big thing right now. It's socially expected that if you are a respectful and good citizen, you do not possess magic, and you would never practice magic because that makes you superior to other people. It's a very arrogant
Demon.
thing.
Yeah.
So, from your best guess, you could say any magical items, probably not allowed. Any drugs, which you haven't found too many of, I don't think, would not be allowed. And weapons would have to be checked and registered.
Okay. Yeah, so let's take our magic items. We'll put them with the orb. Turn them invisible, and then and Emil's gun as well. And that should do the trick, right? For us, we should be able to make that work, guys.
Well, if we're talking strictly about magic items, that we might have to find some new clothes for Solène.
As she's standing there in her Warhammer 40k armor.
Well, we could also hide Solène.
Well, if they do ever catch her inside, I don't know if that would go over very well.
Would they be able to tell just from looking at it that it's magic, or are they casting a spell, Grodin?
From Droden's perception, they did not seem to be casting any spells. Even the police force seems to follow this politeness rule.
No, they didn't seem to be using any magic. Just searching for.
So
In that case, I think we're good. We are people of science.
yeah. But yeah, we should hide the bugbear totem and the orb.
I wish them luck in finding that bugbear totem. They're gonna have to grope Kaz right for it.
Oh,
I mean, they can't. They might. I'm just saying the odds are pretty
And
low.
we could. Oh, whoops! I drew on the map on accident.
So, what's that you got down there?
we
Now remember, I
happened
did say
That's a
the
terrible
TSA.
question to ask an orc. That is a terrible question to ask an orc.
So, other issue is we have a magic bag full of bear meat.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we can hide the bag too.
Les bourreaux seront pas visibles.
We can turn all this stuff invisible.
de manière légale. Solène does raise a point. Why don't we just all turn ourselves invisible with the orb and go in?
I mean, it'd be hard for us to all get into 10 feet, and then also the dogs, and also our stuff. And it'd probably be better if they know that we're here legally, or at least think we are.
Ben, on ne pourra pas tous se mettre dans l'oreille. Et aussi, il y en a beaucoup. On risque aussi. Je pense pas que ça fonctionne.
Avec la honte.
Well, would anyone like to try and go inside of our bag of holding with all the bear meat?
As he opens it, you can hear the sloshing sound.
That was a joke. I'm not. I'm not testing too, but
I mean,
No?
I'll say this. No, there is no specific requirement on who activates the orb. If you were to give Solène the materials that you want to hide, she could activate it and hold it all in her arms.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What was that? Sorry?
Solan can hold the orb and activate it herself.
Yes, okay. Anyone can activate the orb. What? I think my brain just farted. What? Why?
Well,
I'm trying to help you out. Actually, you know, maybe I should ask a roll for this. I don't know. Go ahead and make a wisdom check for me.
I'm not even sure what I'm checking right now.
Just
Anyone?
to test your intuition. Yeah, anybody. Okay. So
I'm something of a wisdom character.
just between those couple rolls, what I was saying is that you all were talking about how to hide this stuff within 10 feet. Realistically, what you could do is you could take Celine, have her activate the orb, and on her person carry anything you would need, and she could just walk in after you guys have been checked.
Oh, fuck! We just did multiple days of travel, and I didn't ask a question on any of them.
I tried to offer the opportunity.
Forgot. I'm not smart.
That's
Too
okay.
busy.
That's okay.
Kazrait's gonna pull out the totem before we go inside.
Do you have any clue where the wild hunters might be? Hmm. Were you an ally of theirs? Are you trapped in this vessel?
Wait, can you repeat that grunt for me? I didn't quite get the connotation of it through.
Yeah, no, it's okay. My Discord. Hold on, maybe I should turn off. Let me turn
Sorry,
off.
the every single second of this grunt is the most important thing ever. I gotta really listen in on it. Mm. He looks up.
I believe our friend is trapped within the totem. I've also asked all the questions. I don't think they'll question it any longer.
I'll say pocketing it again.
Very angry grunt.
So he is trapped.
I mean, if you really want to, you could roll an insight.
DM, can I, as a barbarian, ask
Uh-huh.
for advantage? This is like a barbarian thieves' camp.
Sure.
Is it not?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. From that.
Barbarian thieves can't.
Yes, you can tell he's very.
This is how we
angry about
commune.
it. This not only is he trapped in here, he's very angry about it.
Oh, okay. I'll place him into a nicer section of my robes.
How thoughtful.
I still think he's a demon, so it's not quite nice, but it's
Right.
not in his gooch anymore.
Great.
Just drop it to his crotch.
I am going to pop Falus into his little pocket dimension, since I don't need them looking at a fiend rabbit with a magic horn.
Yeah, probably smart. Probably smart.
Would Jordan have any idea if anything like any holy magic, like characters and stuff, like is my existence sort of looked down upon, or is it like we know what you are, just don't do anything?
I think that's the second one is more accurate. They can't prevent anybody going in because they look like they're part of the divine. You'll know. Morgan specifically would probably know more. Magical politeness does include more religious magics as well for clerics, and the sword. However, they can't really discriminate against them because their magic, by definition, helps other people. It could not be construed as arrogant. So, with that knowledge, you'll probably be okay. You'll just get some, maybe, rude comments at most.
It's like shouting in Skyrim.
Yes, yeah.
Just for flavor reasons here, would you say that the eye would be giving me familiars that are celestial, fey, or fiend?
You said, would the eye be giving you...
Yeah, because like that's where I'm getting like the magic from,
Yes.
right? So and familiars are, instead of being beasts, are celestial, fays, or fiends.
In
That's why-
this instance, it would probably be a fiend.
Okay.
So, you guys talked about some options. Is there any that you're landing on as you're sort of a quarter through this line now?
Let's I guess let's hide everything on Celine.
And that includes her as well?
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait until we're much closer to the line. After all, this only lasts a couple minutes, does it not?
Yeah, it'll last at the very least 2 minutes. At the very most, 8 minutes.
And for reference, Drodin, these checks are with a large team of people, so it goes by quickly, but you'd estimate every cart takes about 5 minutes.
Well, is that the moment that she turns invisible, she can just walk in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, the gates aren't closed by any means. It's just they have a lot of people, so being able to look and see would be the only barrier.
yeah. Then become invisible. So
Okay, yeah. Is that the plan? Are you saddling up? And I'm using this incorrectly on purpose now. Are you saddling up everything on Celine?
yes.
Okay.
Please.
So, Celine, you're handed an assortment of various items, and plopped on top of your head is Volus.
Oh, the Volus is gonna go in the pocket dimension.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so poof.
Should Volus not be casting the help action on Celine?
I mean, I could do that, but I mean, I don't know how helpful that would be.
I have a feeling she's about to make a stealth check in armor.
So, here's the thing. This is essentially casting the invisibility spell, which I believe gives you advantage on stealth checks, but it does not make you immune to being seen or heard. So, for the purposes of this, I will let you know there's going to be a perception check for the guards, and there's going to be a stealth check for Celine.
It's not good.
If you want another item to flavor it off of that has a similar function, is the Elven Cloak makes everyone check at disadvantage and makes you check at advantage.
Yes.
I only have that in mind because I'm looking for it for Sam.
So invisibility, an invisible creature is impossible to see without the aid of magic or special sense. For the purpose of hiding, the creature is heavily obscured. The creature's location can be detected by any noise it makes or any tracks it leaves. Attack rolls against the creature have disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have advantage.
Yes, so for the purposes of hiding, you are heavily obscured, meaning you have advantage on stealth.
Okay. Maybe then it's not best to bring Celine in, because then, I mean, that armor is going to make a lot of noise.
Yep.
So
Who's got
Lane,
really
so-
good stealth? Velus has really good stealth, but I don't think Velus is going to be able to carry everything.
I think I might have it. Does anyone else take dexterity? Because I don't think anyone else is.
Nope.
I mean, I could make
Don't
someone
tell
more.
me I'm the stealthiest character in the
I
party.
could make someone more dexterous, kind of. But
I have a +2.
Wait, is the highest one +2?
I'm not wearing armor. I could carry it in. I don't.
Wait,
believe
is
that
this too much stuff to put in the bag of holding?
I think
That is another good
Listen,
option.
Celine, do you have clothing other than your armor?
Well, she does, but it might take some time.
Well, if she changes out of it, I can put the armor in the bag, and I can bring everything in. I'll
think
have to
the-
call the barometer loss.
Yeah.
With sorry, I think it would be really funny to see Kazrite like doing the Grinch sneak with a big sack.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, it makes sense that he's the stealthiest one.
I mean, you
It
I
just
think-
happens to make sense because no one else in the party has any other style of training that would be within that capacity.
I was about to say your training definitely wasn't overtly about stealth, but you did learn of stealth and how it could be used to ambush your enemies.
Hated it. I mean, if that's is that a plan for you guys? I mean, or we could just send the armor through the gates. I don't think they're gonna check the armor, personally.
And
I
I
don't-
believe there's a technical rule in D&D about heavy armor taking an hour to take off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like without assistance, it's like an hour. With assistance, it's like, I don't know, 15 or 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think either way would be feasible to take it off before you went in. Does Celine want to do that?
There's a thing with the arcane armor. It says you can doff or don the armor as an action.
Oh,
Really? Oh,
It's
that's
fucking Iron Man armor.
This is
Yeah.
just power armor.
It is.
Oh.
It's arcane armor.
okay.
Oh.
So yeah, with a flick of a button, it can go ka-ch, and then boom, you're out.
It's Iron
Oh,
Man's suitcase in the second movie.
Yeah.
I don't think it compresses. I think it's still a suit of armor, but
It does it does become a normal piece of armor right after, I think.
Huh. Neat.
Kazarite, or he's gonna hold out his hand for the bag of holding.
Oh no, never mind. No, it's still magic. I think it doesn't specify that it becomes normal armor again.
And Purple did clarify 10 minutes, and I'm pretty sure that lines up with what we were saying. With assistance, it can be done pretty quickly. But, I mean, this is far faster anyway, so yeah. If Celine wants to, she can take off her armor really quickly. It can be thrown... I don't know if it can be thrown into the bag of holding, but certainly Kazrite could carry it feasibly.
I am not proficient with armor, so I will not even consider having it put on me in any capacity.
No, I mean, to
I'm
carry
a
it.
barbarian.
In your
Okay.
arms, because putting it on I don't think would work anyway, just because of your size.
And then it would immediately give me disadvantage on stealth again.
Yeah, so
Also, my size, I'm the same size as Celine. Or as Celine. I'm not whenever I rage, but right now I am.
That
Also,
being
this
said-
this is a good time to say that this is the first time you've ever seen Celine without her armor.
I was just about to say, what do
Yeah,
they see
where's,
as Celine takes it off?
This is what she looks like.
Oh,
In
shit.
art and docs, you can see. Probably with that same face, I would imagine, as she's forced to take it off.
Yeah.
Finally get your class feature and immediately have to take it off.
And for those of you watching, I will try to share an image. Celine, as you know her, in the bottom right-hand corner, has just been a piece of power armor for most of this campaign, so I feel like it's more than appropriate to show.
I respect the fellow round glasses enthusiast. Not wearing them in this campaign, but still an enthusiast.
Very stylish. And I'm assuming it's handed over to Kazrite, who will be in charge of holding it up so it does not make any noise.
Correct.
Okay.
Or we can empty the meat sack and put it in the meat sack.
I was about to say,
My armor.
What is it?
Take care of my armor.
very, very angrily, threateningly.
I will take care of it as if it's my own. As if it were all my own weapon.
He says as he is not wearing like anything in this cold. So
Yeah.
Oh, one more quick thing, and I'm gonna take some of the polar bear fur in the bag, and I'll cast this for Cat's Grace.
Oh, Cat's Grace, yes.
Woo!
So, I will say, with the invisibility spell, he will already have advantage.
Never mind, I'm an idiot.
Very cool, though. That's something to keep
I mean,
in mind.
it could be helpful if the invisibility wears off halfway through.
I was about to say, I'll leave it up to you. It will really depend at the moment of rolling the dice whether you guys get enough minutes on there.
I mean, he just has to go in. How hard can that be?
Azrite's the master of strolling in.
It's definitely the Grinch sneak, though. Like 1 foot,
We've-
then the other.
We've seen it many times. He's walked straight into the bar. He walks straight into the city. He just walks in.
He do be walking, though. Okay. So, for the sake of expediency, we'll say time goes forward. You all eventually make it to the front, and this will be a good time to show off Broad Lake City. So, welcome to Broad Lake City. It is a big place. You all, I believe, are coming in from the bottom right. I didn't illustrate the walls here, but they encompass almost the entirety of the city. Not nearly as tall as the Golden Spires. Probably something like 20 to 24 feet high. And you all find yourselves here next to the security checkpoint outside. So, for the purposes of this, I'm going to roll a perception check.
Important, they get a 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, I'm hopping out of the. Wait, we're at the gates, right?
Yes. You have a team of about 20 people descending on your crew, and during
I'm
this
rolling
moment,
invisibility and hopping out.
Okay. Roll 2d.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. It's gonna be tough. There are people you have to stop and.
He's trying his best to get into the city side of the gates, and positioning himself on the exit side if it happens to wear off while he's inside.
My internet broke. I did just hear what you said though.
All right.
So, taking as much liberal time as you can, you begin to weave through the guards there. For the rest of you, it's a pretty routine search. They go and look in your bags. They pat you down, try to find any substances. If any of you refuse, you can certainly speak up, but otherwise, they shine some flashlights around, and one of them will pipe up. So, how many of you are entering the city?
4.
4?
4 of yous, okay. And what's your purpose here? Leisure, pleasure, work.
It'd be work, no?
Right?
Work. Yeah, we're picking up some stuff.
Okay. And can I see any documentation, please, for identification purposes.
Solen would have her insignia, I think.
Okay. For the purposes of this, if any of you, have anything that can prove that you're a living human being and not a monster mimic, present it to the man in front of you.
I'll show my holy symbol.
All right. And you were given the military insignia. Anything from you, Emil?
I'm looking. I don't have much.
Oh no.
I don't have much that could prove I'm. I mean, I have like a bunch of tools, and that's kind of what I do. I don't know.
In that case, we'll get back to you. Morgan, did you have anything?
I definitely do not have anything.
Okay, so the two of you, as your friends are passing forward, and the guy looks through with a flashlight, and he starts to begin to nod. No proof of identification, who you are, where you come from, nothing?
Could I show the debt that I'm in? Would that-
You could. You do have, if you kept it, you were given a receipt that told you how much debt you were in.
I am in 250 gold debt.
Okay, yeah, as you present that, he'll be like, wow, that's like really late. You should get that paid, buddy.
I know. I've had some other preoccupations.
Yeah, okay. That'll do. What about you?
I don't really have anything. Like what what would I mean, what would work really?
I'm looking for I mean a picture, something that you do for work, anything. If you don't have something, we do have an alternative method.
Okay. I mean, for work, I mean, I'm with a group, but I mean, I don't really have any documents.
Okay, I need to get this line moving. So, when you guys step through, I need you to turn to the left. The rest of you can turn to the right. Thank you. Keep moving.
Okay.
As you begin moving through, you do see that there are two doorways, one to the right and one to the left. The left one has a small room before you go into the city itself.
Is anyone looking?
Yes, there are guards stationed everywhere.
Okay. Then I guess I'll go to the door.
Okay, you were ushered in by one of the police officers. The rest of you, congratulations, you've made it into the city. And Kazrite, with that stealth check, the magic does fade, but you slip your way through before anybody turns their heads and you make it inside.
Kazrite is just a wandering hobo with his sack over his shoulder.
Yep,
It's my
nothing to
Ein
see here.
cosplay.
Hey,
Man, I'm terrible with women. God, I'm so good at this.
What?
My Ein cosplay.
So, you all make your way into the city, and before that, we'll turn our attention over to Morgan. You've entered a small room. It has one desk with a chair on it. There's an overhead light, and you can see the door closes behind you.
Hello?
No response until about a minute later. The door opens from behind you, and you can see a very important-looking man. He's wearing the same garb as most of the police officers outside, but it's red instead of blue. And on his chest, is a very large symbol. Go ahead and make a history check for me. So, as for the origin of the symbol, it's hard to say, but it does remind you of the institution that you found in Offengrad with the Speakeasy. Some of the diners there had that symbol on the back of their neck. And as you walk in with this gentleman, he ushers you to sit down.
All right, I sit down.
Well, welcome to Broad Lake City. Just to test if you're here for illicit means, I have been sanctioned by the city to cast a spell on your person. If you have any objections to this, you are not allowed inside. Do you accept?
What is the what is it?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to let you know after I cast a spell. It's just standard procedure in case anyone were to counter it, say.
I'm gonna. Oh fuck. Oh, he would see me do that. Oh, I wouldn't be able to get away with detect thoughts. Fuck. Okay, I don't know. This seems odd. Is it gonna hurt? Like, what?
No, no pain at all. It's just something to make sure that you're telling the truth.
Oh, so just like a zone of truth sort of thing.
I'm not allowed to say.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's fine as long as it doesn't kill me or anything.
Okay. With that being considered your consent, he casts Zone of Truth in front of you, and he pulls out a paper and pen. Okay. Are you a citizen of the Conrad Kingdom?
I don't know.
I see. And, do you work or stay or live with people in the Conrad Kingdom?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any intention to hurt anybody inside Broad Lake City or the Conrad Kingdom?
No.
All right, that about does it. I'm gonna go ahead and write you a prescription to see a known psychiatrist. It's by no means mandatory. You've passed every question that I need to ask. Welcome to Broad Lake City, kid.
Thanks.
And he actually does hand you a piece of paper that certifies you as a living, breathing person. It's a small card. It has a space to write your name, your age, and your weight.
All right. I fill it all out. I ask him about the psychiatrist.
Yeah, that
What?
psychiatrist, his name is Dr. Hardy. He'll probably be, well, he's kind of busy, but you'll find them someplace in Old Town, near North Side District.
And what would be the purpose?
Well, you don't know who you are. I feel like that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I guess I never really thought about it. Yeah.
If you do feel confused, you can also see a doctor. We have plenty of those in this city. Just hand them that card. They'll know it's from me, and they can give me a call if they have any more questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Anytime. Enjoy your stay. And you are ushered out. And the rest of you who had been waiting outside for maybe 10 minutes, get to see your friend walks out with a new sheet of paper.
Hey guys.
Everything all right?
Hello.
I think so. I got an ID, and they also he recommended that I go see a doctor.
What for?
Um, it's nothing, really.
Well, are you in any pain or danger?
Uh,
or-
No, it's I don't know. I guess just like I'm always anxious around everyone. He probably thinks that I need something. It's like electroshock therapy or something. I don't know.
I would not.
Trying to
recommend-
prescribe you wheat.
I would not recommend that. That is a military torture method.
Oh,
DM, how far in the city am I, by the way? I didn't stop walking. I just kept strolling.
Oh, I mean, if you take your measuring tape out, probably not too far. This
Probably
is the
not
gate.
too far.
In about half an hour, you would be entering what is considered the outskirts of the city.
Wonderful. How long did it take for them to get checked?
About 10 minutes.
There we go. That's where I'm at.
So, as you all begin to look upon the bright lit streets and the hustle and bustle of people around, I think we're going to call it 8 minutes early for the end of this session. Thanks for playing, everybody, and thank you for watching if you decided to watch. We will be back in 2 weeks instead of the 3 that we did, and I will be excited to see you then. Don't die, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.